The model also has a secondary roof that is here in the front elevation. You can see it here in the right elevation, and you can see it here in the left elevation. To add the secondary roof to the building information model, we will go to the project browser, and in the floor plan views we will double click on the finished floor 1. The secondary roof is above the window assembly in bedroom 1. In the finished floor 1 floor plan view, you will zoom in on bedroom 1. To add the secondary roof, you will go to your Architecture tab. In the Build panel of the ribbon, you will select Roof. In the Properties, make sure that you select the roof. Also in the Properties, your base level should be Finish Ceiling 1. In the front elevation, you can see that the bottom of the secondary roof rests on the Finish Ceiling 1. So you will change your rafter cut to Cut Plumb and click on Apply. In the Draw panel, you are to select the Pick Lines. For right now, you will remove the check beside where it says Defines Slope. We will add the slope of the roof later. So remove the check out of the box that says Defines Slope. In the drawing area, the first line for your roof layout will be the exterior wall. You will select the exterior wall. You will also move your cursor to the inside of the exterior wall and select there. In the offset option, you will change this to say 1 foot. This will represent the overhang of the roof. You will change the offset to 1 foot, bring your cursor into the model, and click on the left side of the window. Before clicking on the left side of the window, make sure that the green dashed line appears to the left of your cursor. That line should be 1 foot away from your cursor. You will also move your cursor to the right side of the window and make sure that the green dashed line shows up to the right of your cursor and click. In the Modify panel of your ribbon, you are to select the Trim Corners. You will select the vertical line to the left and select the top horizontal line for your roof. You will select the top horizontal line for the roof and the right vertical line for the roof layout. You will select the right vertical line for the roof layout and select the bottom horizontal line. Then you are to select the bottom horizontal line and the left vertical line for the roof layout. So your roof layout should look like this. You will need to make sure that the left vertical line and the right vertical line have a slope assigned to those. The slope of the roof on the left side and on the right side has a slope of 5/12. To add the slope to the left and the right side, you will select your modify button. Then you will select the left vertical line for the roof layout. You will place a check mark in the option that says define slope. In the properties, you will change the slope to say 5 inches over 12 inches and click on apply. You will do the same thing for the right vertical line for the roof layout. You will select that line. You will put a check in the box where it says defines slope. In the properties, you will change this to say 5 inches over 12 inches and select apply. After laying out the roof, in the ribbon you should have a panel that says mode. You will click on the green check to create the roof object. In this view, you will notice that you can't see the roof object. In order to see the roof object, you will go to your View tab. In the Create panel of the ribbon, you will select 3D View. Here you will be able to see the roof object that you have added to the building information model. If you look at the left end and the right end of the elevation for the building, you will notice that the secondary roof merges with the main roof. To make the secondary roof merge with the main roof, you would need to go to your Modify tab. In the Geometry panel of the ribbon, you will select Join Roof. If you look at the bottom left corner, it will ask you to select an edge at the end of the roof. You're going to select this edge of the secondary roof. Then it will ask you to select the face on another roof. You're going to select this face of the main roof. And what should happen is the secondary roof should merge with the main roof. In the front elevation, you also notice that there is a wall that is located here. This wall has a vinyl siding exterior. To add the vinyl siding wall, you will need to go to your project browser and activate the Finish Floor 1. You will need to go to the Architecture tab. In the Architecture tab, you will select Wall. In the Properties, you will select the Basic Wall Exterior Vinyl Siding. In the Draw panel of the ribbon, you will select Line. In the Properties, you will change the base constraint to Finish Ceiling 1, because this wall actually starts at the finished ceiling. You will change the top constraint to say Unconnected. you will change the unconnected height to approximately 5 feet and click on apply. You will take your cursor and start at the right side of the window and click. You will drag the cursor to the left side of the window and click. You may get a message indicating basically that you can't see the element that you just drew. You will click on the X to close that warning box and go up in your ribbon and click on the modify button to end the command. To be able to see the vinyl siding wall, you will need to go to your View tab. In the Create panel of the ribbon, you ought to select 3D View. You will notice that the wall extends beyond the roof. In order to make the wall come up to the roof, you will select the wall object you just drew. In the ribbon, you will select the option that says Attach Top Base and then click on the roof. In your project browser, you will scroll until you find the one that says Sections, Wall Section. You will double click on the secondary roof section. You will zoom in. One of the changes that we need to make is to make sure that the vinyl siding wall is aligned properly with the exterior wall. To do this, you will go to your Modify panel in your ribbon and select the Align tool. In this area here, you will change the preference to Faces of Core. The core boundary represents the structural member or the framing member for the vinyl siding wall as well as the exterior wall. The structural member is called a stud. You want to make sure that the inside faces of the studs are aligned. You will move your cursor to this line here, which represents the inside face of the stud for the exterior wall. You will click here. Then you will click on this line here. This line represents the inside face of the stud for the vinyl siding wall. So when you click there, the vinyl siding wall should move and line up with the inside face of the stud for the exterior wall. Once that is in place, you will lock that alignment. To see the secondary roof and the wall, you will need to select your Modify button in your ribbon. Select your View tab. In the Create panel of the ribbon, you will select 3D View. This will allow you to see the secondary roof object. If you look in the bottom below your drawing area, you will have some various visual styles. So if you select the visual styles box and you select the one that says shaded, This will allow you to see the roof as well as the vinyl siding wall. This completes adding the secondary roof to your building information model.